Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Anime King 2. And today I'm going to be giving you part 4 of What If Naruto Got His Memory Sealed Away. Remember to get this one to 300 like as usual, share this to all of your friends in your social media platform, and also go ahead and check out the brand new episode over on Anime King of What If Naruto Was Raised by the Hyuga clan. And I also post a new episode of What If Naruto was from the two greatest clans. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice, and you enjoy the videos on both Anime King and Anime King 2, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying talking back to all of you. So yeah, without further ado, what do you say we begin this new episode? Start the intro. So, the last time we left off, Tsunade made a bet with Naruto. If he can complete the Rasengan in 1 week, she will give him her necklace and come back to Konoha with him. As Naruto accepted that bet. The next day, Jiraiya noticed that Naruto wasn't working on the Rasengan, as Naruto simply held up his hand and showed him that he already knew how to do the Rasengan. He just wanted this time to train and get his body back into shape. As when the time comes, he will just show Tsunade, seeing that he was in no state of mind to show her last night. Seeing that punch he gave him a throbbing headache. As for the rest of the week, Naruto trained as Tsunade watched him. Tsunade saw him did some high-level ninjutsu that she was surprised a kid knew. As the time went by, Naruto woke up to see Shizune on the ground. As he asked her what the hell is going on, she picked up herself as she remembered what happened, as Tsunade knocked her out and went off to Orochimaru. As Jiraiya came in the room as he was sickly pale, seeing that Tsunade drugged him last night. As Shizune wrote up a remedy that will help him out a bit. They went to find Tsunade. As they arrived at the scene to see Tsunade on the ground, as Kabuto was in front of her, flashing his blood on her. As the battle commenced, Orochimaru chuckled and told Jiraiya that Naruto was nothing but a dead weight, and Kabuto was going to end him. As Jiraiya simply chuckled as he wished he had a camera for right now, so he could record Orochimaru's reaction when he see the kid in action. As the battle started, Kabuto was shocked when Naruto started to outclass him. As Naruto started to beat him down, even did Najutsu that electrify him over and over. As Naruto ended up slamming the Rasengan into his stomach. Orochimaru, seeing that Naruto will be a threat in the future to his plans and everything, he went to kill Naruto, but Naruto blocked his strike, surprising Orochimaru. After seeing that look on Naruto's face, as she was reminded of Naoki, as the battle then engaged, the three Sanins facing off against each other. In the end, Kabuto and Orochimaru had to retreat, as Tsunade decided she would return back to Konoha and become the next 5th Hokage. On the way back, it was rather uneventful. Even Tsunade was wondering, as Naruto didn't say a lot to Jiraiya, maybe a few words here and there, as Naruto was really pissed about him sealing away his memory. The only reason why he spoke to him so much while they were fighting, it was because they were on a mission, nothing more, nothing less. When they got back to Konoha, Naruto had to take off all the traps that Konohamaru set up in the office because he knew that Tsunade would do it, and not as good as him, as he gave Konohamaru a talking to, as Konohamaru strived to become stronger, as he told him that no one's gonna forget about the old man, even though Naruto didn't really feel that talk about him. Well, you have to do it for the kid, so the kid don't wind up depressed. Naruto was then called back to the office as Tsunade brought the Jonins there, as she was asking them what do they think about Naruto's skill. All of them said something really bad about him, that he was just a loudmouth kid and always going around pulling pranks. Kurenai said that he was horrible in chakra control and he was only good at summoning clones, and he couldn't perform genjutsu not at all. As Tsunade asked Naruto what does he think, as he cleared his throat. Screw all of you, he said, surprising the hell out of them. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch across the place and check it out for yourself. So, what do you say we begin this new episode? Naruto took a deep breath in. Screw all of you, he said, as he walked around the room. Screw you, screw you, screw you, and screw you. Not you, Iruka Sensei, you didn't say anything. But everyone else, screw you all, he said, as all of them stood there stunned. You say my jutsu list is pitiful. Do you ever think I know if anyone tried to teach me any? Have you ever seen me fight other than the one time against Neji? You say my chakra control is shitty. Well, if you have enough to make up the 1000 shadow clone, I would love to see you try and do that. You say my taijutsu sucks, then come and fight me and see how bad I am at it. Having skills on genjutsu is kind of hard without someone teaching to you, isn't it? All of you love to talk about how you hear that I suck to make you feel better about your own teams. But none of you have the slightest idea what I'm capable of. And while I kind of like that sometimes, this is really pissing me off. Naruto finished as he sits on Tsunade decks calmly. I can see you all have something to say, so go ahead and say it. The room exploded with all of them yelling at his disrespect and begging Tsunade to discipline him. As he turned to see Tsunade massaging her temple. Well, you said I had the floor, so I can say what I want, he said. I suppose I dig my own grave on that one, she said. Asuma stared at Naruto. Do you really think that you're ready for promotion, kid? You didn't come off as a world beater during the tuning exams. Whatever, Naruto said as scoff. And I suppose you'd rather have someone like Shikamaru promoted instead of me. Actually, yes, he showed great strategy and thinking. Oh yeah, but what would he do when he go up against someone who can literally overpower him and stomp on his plans? He is just lucky that Temari got caught up in playing his game. If she really wanted to kill him, she can just rip the tree up that he was hiding behind by the roots, and then simply crush him. What would his big brain do then? Hell, I could beat Shikamaru. As a matter of fact, I could beat your entire team if I have to. Not to mention you, Naruto, as he turned towards Kunai. I can beat everyone on your team, hell. I beat Kiba when my chakra and my reflex was dull. 1 hour after I just finished the second stage of the tuning exams when I was tired, and yet I still beat him. You know what, as a matter of fact, I could probably beat Guy's team as well. I already beat Neji. Rock Lee is hurt, and he needs to recover. And he probably need rehab before he can step to me. And Tenten, I'll just beat her the way Temari did if she hadn't learned anything new. And don't get me started on my team. Those teams are the best though. So that means there is that single goddamn genin in this entire village that can beat me. Tsunade spoke before they all broke up in an uproar. That's quite a statement, brat. Here to back that up with your actions. Do you really want me to put 10 of your genins in the hospital? Are you sure you can spare that kind of manpower in order to ask? Fine then, said Tsunade. In 1 week you'll fight Asuma, Kunai, and Guy's team. Addition to the one on your own team. If you can adequately impress us, then you will promote to Chunin. Hokage-sama, you can't be serious, said Kunai. I don't know of any genin that can take on 3 entire team by himself, especially the dead last of the year. Asuma nodded in agreement. The kid has never shown anything special. What makes you think something like this is necessary? Ibiki stepped forward. This dead last, as you put it, captured the Kazekage children and took out an entire squad of sound ninjas that was pinning down some Chunins in the invasion, some of our own. He at least deserved a chance to prove it to all of you. Naruto smiled, note to self. Do not make Ibiki suffer in your pranks. Thank you, Ibiki, said Tsunade. I have personally seen this boy face down Orochimaru's spy Kabuto and come out on top. He even went head to head with Orochimaru himself and helped me and Jiraiya fight him off. If he is what you call a dead last, there must be some brilliant shinobis in this village. Naruto looked at Tsunade. So are we done? Because I really like to go and vent my frustrations right now. This meeting has pissed me the hell off. Tsunade sighed. Language brat. Yes, that was all I needed. Be at the Chunin exam stadium at 10 AM next Monday for your fights. As Naruto simply gave her a small bow and jumped through the window as he headed off. As soon as he left, talks broke out. As Tsunade's eyebrow twitched. Shut up, she said. What does this look like, the Jonin lounge? Get out! Asuma, Kunai, Guy, you stay, she said. The rules for the test, she said. It will be roughly that you will fight each genin one by one. The other rules will be given on the day of the test. You can all get together and determine the order that you want him to fight. You all need to inform your team of my decision. Prepare them well, and trust me, they will need every training they can get. Asuma looks skeptical. It's just one Genin, Snadisama. Even if we don't train them, he can probably only stand up to 2 in a row. It's your team, you can do what you want, said Snaddy. You're all dismissed, she said. Meanwhile, Naruto's hopping from rooftop to rooftop as Sasuke landed in front of him. Fight me, dope. Huh, just out of the hospital and you want to fight? Well, you can wait until next week when everyone get a piece of me. What are you talking about, asked Sasuke. Go find Kakashi and ask him, and while you're at it, tell him I'm not going on any missions until the week is up. Well, maybe. As Naruto disappeared in a swirl of leaf. He knows Shunshin. What have I been missing while I was in the hospital, Sasuke thought. How strong are you, dope? Later that day, Naruto was currently in his apartment. As he sensed something, he thrust a kunai as Kakashi caught it. Naruto, you need to be careful with these things, you know that. What do you want, Kakashi? Kakashi Sensei, Naruto, Kakashi said that I smiled. The last person I called Sensei actually taught me something. Now, what do you want? Did Sasuke spoke to you? Yes, and I also heard about your test on the Hokage. Do you really think this is a good idea? Do you truly believe you're ready for such a promotion? I mean, I see you finally dropped the orange, and that scar is a new touch on you. Well, you really think that is worth a promotion? Huh, then it's a good thing I'll end up being more than a Chunin when this is all over, right? You can't be serious, said Kakashi. I'm dead serious. I'm no Genin level ninja. I wouldn't even call myself Chunin. Doing all of this kiddie crap has dulled me. When you're fed garbage, what do you think you become? Garbage. Kakashi was confused by the whole turn of events here, as he wanted to get Naruto to cancel this test and be done with it, but Naruto has really changed. Naruto, what are you saying? He asks. All Genin have to go through missions like the ones you take. We've been over this. Go and talk to Bachan or even Naruto about my skill level and listen to what they say. They both got the closest ink to what I can really do more than anyone. And I am not even good as I should be yet. At first I thought it was a work in progress. If I trained like I used to, it would just come back to me. But I realized something. Naruto clenched his fist. I realized how screwed up I was when I fought Kabuto when we went to go get Bachan. I was standing there talking with the guy, instead of just running to kill him and go through to different matters. I was talking to him like it was a game, instead of killing him. Which is what I should have done. I should have killed first, and then asked questions later. It is this place. That would have never happened when I was little. I would have just killed him and moved along. But this place arrogance rubs off on you. The academy strikes stealth, but stealth isn't good enough for a Konoha ninja, seeing that I have not yet seen an academy student actually use it. Kakashi took offense to that. Naruto, Konoha will have fire stretches to protect all your fellow villagers and your comrades, all above others. The way you speak of combat, someone could get left out and get injured. Do you not remember my first lesson to you? Naruto scoffed. More like your only lesson, but who's counting? But, sometimes Kakashi, weapons can better be used from the shadows. You all specialize in open fighting. You all are just glorified samurais in the most part. But it doesn't matter. You are not going to change the way you think. Naruto then stood up. As Naruto grabbed his weapons that he sealed in the scroll, as Kakashi looked at him, looked like he was going on a mission. Naruto, where are you going? He asked. I'm going to get something important to me back. Don't even bother to try and look for me. If you want to leave a message, leave it here. Or wait until I get back in on Monday to try to speak to me. You can probably try to find me. And yes, if you do manage to find me, this week would just be a waste. He then slammed his door, leaving Kakashi inside. As Kakashi was rather confused yet again. Time skip. A week later, every single Konoha people were on edge, as pranks were coming at a hell level. It seemed like the prankster of hell has returned, and he was burning with fury and vengeance. But this time they could not pin it on him because they did not catch him in the action. They did not even see anyone do it. The first day, nothing really happened except for one pervert who was at the hot spring. He got tied up and thrown into the woman section. He was already screaming about his crotch before anything. And that was just calm. On the second day, a coded message was sent towards the Hokage to fluster everything in the village, stating that she was not a victim and to handle this like anything else. So she simply pulled out a bottle of sake and drink. The third day was when everything went off. Every owner, every shopkeeper found themselves switched. The weapons were switched with the grocery stores, even the ones in lockup. Restaurants found their food switched with clothing. Shinobi Armory found their weapons replaced with flowers and canned goods. The entire day they had to figure out who had what from whose store. And randomly in the day, the wall that separated the hot springs was blown down, much to the man's surprise and the girl's screams. At the academy, every teacher desk was full of stink bombs, everything, except for one Aruka. At his desk, there was a smoking ramen cup that was well cooked and waiting for him. In the lounge, at 5 p.m. that day, all the food in the refrigerator was replaced with urine samples from the hospital. Starch was injected into the couch cushions, making them lumpy and hard and uncomfortable. And for all who were in there at that time, the tops of the fan blade was coated in itching powder, making them all itchy when it spun. On day 4, it seems like the prankster got worse as he took his set on the clans of the village. He had swiped some pheromones from the vet office as he filled it in the kennels. The poor little Jonin team that day that was sent to walk the dogs witnessed a sight that scarred them for life. The Aberme clan, all the bugs were going to one place as lots of spike of chakra was going up, making the bugs attracted to it until a terrifying chakra presence was sensed. It was the same night when the Kyubi attacked, and then it just vanished. The Nara clan deer, all of them were removed from their grounds and spread all around Konoha. While the deers were calm and easygoing as the Naras, it was still damn troublesome for the ones who set out to retrieve them. The Hyuga compound flash bombs were set up everywhere. All the Hyugas were flashed, all of them. Those who activate their Byakugan to try to find the bombs, they only made it worse for their eyes. The most overkill was at the Uchiha building where one, Uchiha Sasuke resided. From the second his foot hit the ground, smoke bombs filled the entire place. As he ended up to brush his teeth, he was shocked when his toothpaste was replaced with raw ground beef, and all of his shirt went missing. Since he was training, he figured he didn't have to wear a shirt, but he was blasted by glitter from everywhere as he stepped outside. When Sasuke shrugged it off and went outside pissed, he was shocked. Every single fangirl, they were all there waiting for him. Before that day, flyers were placed around Konoha, saying that Sasuke was holding a mysterious contest, and the winner will get one day alone to do with him whatever they want. Now the sight of Sasuke stumbling out of his house as he was glittering without a shirt, and not to mention he was also sprayed with a strong cologne. And he tried to run and hide, but everywhere he go, the girls still found him because of the scent. So Konoha had to see the sight of Sasuke running around. Day 5. Nothing really happened on this day, but they were hoping for a prank, so they ended up screwing them own self. Prices were dropped in all stores as they were trying to lure out the prankster for him to come and restock. They were wrong, but people just came and ordered everything that was really cheap. They lost a lot more money than they made. The prices were so low. As the ninjas who were sent out to find the prankster, they haven't gotten sleep in days, as they start to get irritated and harass the public, thinking that they saw something. Even a kid walking around innocently, they thought that he was a prankster. The only people that weren't pranked was Tsunade, Shizune, Konohamaru, and his friends, Tenten and her family shop, Aruka, and the ramen shop, and the old man and his daughter. The final prank was innocent. It consisted of all of the Hokage's faces painted with wide open eyes. Over their head was a massive banner stated 10 a.m. Chunin Exam Stadium. As everyone that arrived, they arrived in the stadium to see Naruto already decked out. He was in dark red shirt and dark red pants, sitting in a meditative state. As more and more people file in, comments like why the demon brat was here exactly went off. As Naruto was under a tree resting, the 5 days of prank was actually him training himself. After fighting Kabuto, he remembered something. What Danzo told him, the ninja, with stealth and surprise on their side, should be able to win without even using one single jutsu. He spent the days stepping up difficulties with pranks, and to his surprise, even in the Hyuga compound, he never got caught. As Naruto's focus was broken when Kiba came in with Kunai and her team. Oh man, we're all fighting Naruto? What the hell did he do to piss the Hokage off like this to get this happen to him? Kiba, do not underestimate him, said Kunai. He already defeated you once. Do not underestimate him. Don't worry, he just got in a few lucky shots. This time me and Akamaru will knock him out before he does anything. Kunai sensei, I don't understand why we're all fighting Uzumaki-san in the first place, said Shino. You said all the teams will be participating. Why? All of us just to fight him. Well, the Hokage gave him this option last week in a meeting and he took it. I don't understand why it's happening in the first place, but all you can do is fight him at your best. Shino nodded. I wasn't planning on doing anything other than that. Kunai looked down at Hinata, who was trying her best to look away and not look at Naruto. Hinata, I know you don't want to, but you'll probably have to fight him too. Don't let anything cloud your mind on this. If you don't fight him, seriously, he will defeat you. Hinata nodded. I have to fight Naruto-kun, she thought. But I can't hurt him. What would I do if I injured him? Would I ever have a chance with him then? As Team 8 then arrived. This is so troublesome. Why are we here? Asuma took a poof of his cigarette. You're all here to fight Naruto. What? Naruto? Said Ino as she looked over to Naruto at the tree. Why will we all be fighting Naruto? What's the point? He might be able to beat one of us, maybe two, but that is pushing it. There is no way he can defeat the entire team by himself. He's not fighting everyone. Just your team, my team, Guy's team, Kakashi's team. Well, his two teammates. As Kunai glared at Asuma, did you tell them that this was going on? Like Ino said, there was no point, seeing that he can't beat two of them at the most. Shikamaru just plopped down on the ground. Troublesome, he said. Hey kid, you gonna use a trick? Are you insane? Not here in front of all these people. And on Genin's? God damn. That would kill them. I know, said the Kyuubi. Naruto shook his head as a green blur entered the scene. Guy came in the stadium with Lee on crutches, an uncaring Neji, and Tenten, who waved at Naruto. As he didn't expect that, he waved back. Kunai was still mad at Asuma for taking this so casually. Guy, I hope you inform your students of what is going on today. Of course I did. It would be a crime to not let my adorable students know that they will be fighting today. My only regret is that Lee-kun here could not have a chance to test his undying flames of youth against Naruto-kun. Why are we all here just to fight Naruto? Asked Neji. At 10:24 on the dot, being dragged by Sasuke, Kakashi let out a nervous eye smile. Sorry, we were almost late. I accidentally covered both of my eyes with my headband, and by the time I thought about it, I was actually on top of Tokaki's monument. Sasuke growled at the excuse as Sakura shook her head. Then, you didn't see the massive banner up there telling everyone to come here. Oh, but I did. That is why I found you too, remember? Said Kakashi. Tsunade sighed as she arrived with Shizune. Kakashi, is this the kind of thing I'm have to get used to with you? These stupid excuses? No, I'm usually much later, he said. As everyone feels faulted, Tsunade shrugged it off. Alright ladies and gentlemen of Konoha, today we have a special event for all of you. You will get to see some of the most prominent genin of this village get pinned against one lonely genin in battles. The sole genin in check is, as she pointed at the tree where Naruto stood up, Naruto Uzumaki. As boos rang out, as Naruto projected his voice, shut the hell up you all miserable bastards. Tsunade's sweat dropped as Naruto dismissed the crowd instantly. Oh, alright then, she said. The rules will be as followed. 1-on-1 between Naruto and one of the genins to be selected by their sensei. If Naruto can defeat the opponent, he will be matched up with the next. And so on until he is defeated or run through them all, she said, with a smirk at the end. The proctor will be Anko Midarashi, she said. Anko came up with a smile on her face. Alright kid, you talk a big game, and Ibiki seemed to be convinced. Let's see what you got, she said. Tsunade turned to the Jonin. So, who is first? Asuma came over as he whispered right into her ear. Alright, said Tsunade. The first contestant will be Naruto Uzumaki versus Sakura Haruno. All others clear the arena immediately. As Naruto sighed, as Sakura was left there along with Anko and him. Are you sure you want to do this? You know you can just quit now. Are you saying I'm too weak to fight you? She asked. I am the same ranking as you, and I graduated at the top of the class. You're the dead last. Well, everything that I ever need to learn, I learned in kindergarten. And well, yeah, you're weak. She clenched her fists. Uncle looked between them. Alright, first match. Begin! As Snady looked over towards the Jonins. Why did you choose Sakura first? Well, we figured Naruto would probably win, but we figured you will take it easy on her. Seeing that you're on a team and all. Yes, it's common knowledge that he had a massive crush on her when they were in the academy and when they were assigned the same team. We thought that this will force him to take some damage before kicking it into high gear, said Asuma. So let's see how this will. Naruto Uzumaki is the winner, said Uncle. What? Damn kid, what was that for, said Uncle, as she was poking Sakura with a stick. What? She came rushing into that dumbass Academy Taijutsu and left herself wide open. It was just a jab. Uncle burst out in laughter at the casual way he handled that, as medics came out and carried her off quickly. What the hell was that, Nerd says, look at the Jonins. I really hope you have something better than that, or you can just mark me down as a winner for now. Kakashi, said Uncle, that was really pathetic. Was she supposed to do something down here against him? I don't even think she can defeat the academy student with fighting like that. Kakashi rubbed his visible eye. I didn't think it would be that fast. What the hell happened? Asked Asuma. I blinked, and I missed it. Kakashi, that looked like a strictly academy attack. Have you taught her anything since he was on your team? Asked Kunai. Well, define anything, said Kakashi. Tsunade sighed. Alright, that was a waste of an introduction. Who's next? As she's only gave her a paper. Alright, Ino Yamanaka. Oh, so they're sending off the weaklings first. Well, that's okay, I can just knock them off pretty easily. As Ino smirked, I'm not as weak as Forehead. Just give up, Naruto, you won't beat me. As Ino saw Naruto struggling, what is he doing, she thought, as tears were literally coming from his eyes. On the inside, him and the Kyuubi was laughing. This worthless bitch, does she actually think she can beat me? She claims that she's not as worthless as that Forehead. But look at her. God damn it, if Konoha was being protected by them, this village would be a wreck. Kid, you have to watch yourself. You know she's strong. She might even... Kurama couldn't contain it as he burst out laughing, as Naruto was laughing in his mind. Alright, begin, Uncle said. But Naruto didn't move. Naruto, you're going to fight me? Nah, not really, because if I move you would just be defeated. You do something, he said. Oh really, said Ino. As Inoichi, who had came to watch his daughter. Ino, no, he said. Mind body switch jutsu, said Ino. As her spirit fly into Naruto. As Naruto's body slumped over. Kiba burst out laughing. That idiot actually stood still and let Ino hit him with that move. He was watching her in the tuning exam like the rest of us. He should know what it does. Huh, I was worried at first, said Shikamaru. I didn't know how Ino was going to make him hold still so she could catch him, but he did work for her. Damn it, said Asuma. That wasn't a good idea. Uncle walked over to Naruto and poked him in the head. Hello, which one of you brats is in there? Oh, it's me, Naruto said. She's in there. That's mean, kid, said Uncle. You know that isn't safe, don't you? Well, it was her own damn fault. No one told her to mind rape me, but she did anyway. So, Naruto walked over. Call it, he said. Alright, fine. Winner Naruto Uzumaki. After that, Ino came back in her body, screaming, speaking about bloody massacres and torture. Kyuubi, what did you do to her? Naruto asked. Well, you told me not to kill her or damage her too bad, so I direct her to some of your old memories. Some of your missions to show her what a real shinobi is. Don't tell me you show her Kominanakuri, because you know how much of those bastards I killed back there. I think she might have STD right now. Well, he shrugged. Kakashi rubbed the back of his head, well, that is toe down, and he didn't really move from that spot. Well, at least next match you'll have to fight, said Kunai. Yeah, there's no way he gets out of this one, do some damage on him, said Asuma. Alright, send them down then, said Tsunade. Meanwhile, kid, you know if you want to get promoted, you will have to actually fight, you know that? You're just bored, Naruto said. You're damn right I'm bored, you haven't moved 12 steps. And, you already 2 down. Well, you know they kind of suck, right? Yeah, you're right, said Uncle. But I want someone to come down here and kick your ass, so I can enjoy myself. Keep on dreaming, I'm doing this to prove a point. That, they can't beat me, none of them. Alright, Tsunade said. Let's begin the next match. Kiba made his way down to the arena with a smug smirk on his face, as he set Akamaru down beside him. Finally, time for my rematch. You won last time, but you can't do it twice. I'm getting my win back. Naruto sighed as he looked towards Uncle. Match 3, Naruto vs Kiba. Kiba slammed his hands together as the match began, as he crouched down on all fours, as he became feral. This was all well and good until, as Shinobi Sandal slammed under his chin and sent him slamming into the wall. Akamaru quickly rushed over to his partner. As Kiba moved him away, I'm alright, he said, shaking his head a bit. He just caught me off guard there. As Kiba looked around, he then smirked as he jumped off the ground as a pair of hands break through the ground. I thought I told you last time, I can smell you. You can't sneak up on me. But he quickly shut his mouth as he was sent sailing from a well-placed kick in his back as he saw the hands poofed away that were in the ground. What the hell? Kiba says he stood up. I had your scent. Where were you? There was no way you could get a drop on me like that. You should quit out of principle. You know if this was a real fight, I'd have killed you just now. Just because you can smell me, it doesn't mean crap if you are too slow to pinpoint my exact location. Kiba pulled a pill as he threw it towards Akamaru, caught it and swallowed it. Man beast clone, he said, as Akamaru turned into a copy of him. Kiba pulled smoke bombs and threw them at Naruto, as the entire area was engulfed with smoke. Remember this? Getsuga! Both of them spin like drills straight into the smoke. When the smoke finally cleared, kunais were all around, but Naruto was nowhere in sight, as Kiba saw Naruto coming from the left side of the field. As Kiba turned towards him and rushed forward, but a zap sent him back down to the ground. What the hell? He said. I'm not supposed to kill you, so I would suggest that you surrender. What did you just do? Answer me, said Kiba. I told you I'm not supposed to kill you. Will you surrender? If you don't, this might kill or hurt you a lot. Well, your funeral, so what you're gonna do? Kiba still tried to break through the barrier with Akamaru. Fine, lightning release. Electric impulsion, Naruto said. The electric prism glowed as loud cackling sounds went off. Naruto held the hand signs for 10 seconds until he finally released it, as Kiba and Akamaru had electric burns. Naruto walked over and picked up his kunais, as Anko went and checked their vitals. She sighed in relief to see they were still alive. As she looked over at Naruto, what? I asked if they wanted to surrender. Did he really think if I asked him that anything I did from that point wouldn't mess him up? You know you aren't supposed to kill each other out here, right? He's still breathing, isn't he? If I wanted him dead, I would have killed him from the start. Uncle sighed. Winner, Naruto Uzumaki. Kunai was beyond stunned. The first time he beat Kiba, it was surprising. She thought that it was impossible then. But now she more than realized he was capable of it. Kiba didn't even lay a finger on him the entire time. Tsunade noticed that the crowd was confused as hell. They were all told that Naruto didn't have any talent, but here he was decimating all of the top genins. Kakashi saw Tsunade like she already knew that this was going to happen. Tsunade-sama, you don't seem surprised. It seems like you know something we don't. Well, he's on your team. Shouldn't you know what happened with your students? This Naruto is nothing like the one I was conditioned for when he was assigned to my squad. Something has happened and I can tell you know what's going on. Well, listen, all I can really say is that Naruto rediscovered his potential. This is the real Naruto. If you want to find out about him, go and ask him yourself. But if this keeps up, he won't be yours to command for much longer anyway though. The next battle, Naruto put his game face on, as he knew he was different from the others. As Shino walked out calmly. Well, said Uncle. Let's see how you're gonna handle this one, kid. No clue. With those bugs of his, I won't be able to hide. I wouldn't even be surprised if he already has one on me. I'll let you know when I figure it out, okay? Shino came to a stop. Alright then. Naruto Uzumaki vs Shino Aberami. Begin! Shino released a swarm of bugs towards Naruto. As Naruto jumped back. He won't move, Naruto said, jumping back. All you have to do is get those bugs on me and he will defeat me. He might not even be standing there anymore. It could just be a bug clone. What to do, Naruto said as he jumped back. Naruto pulled a shuriken and tossed it out as Shino raised a bug wall to block it. Wind release, violent wind palm, Naruto said, as he thrust another kunai, as it sliced right through the wall of bugs, as Shino turned partly into bugs. The real Shino appeared by the tree and sick morphed his bugs on Naruto, Naruto's eye gleamed as he saw the distance between him and Shino, as he rushed Shino, as he bullied his way right through the wall of insects, and continued to storm at Shino. Shino tried to lash the remaining bugs on Naruto, but those bugs was like dipping a cup into a lake to try and drain Naruto's chakra, as Naruto smashed his fist into Shino's face that sent him flying away, as the remaining bugs went over to fix the damage. "Damn kid," said Uncle. "Alright then. Winner, Naruto Uzumaki," she said. "That was a pretty ugly win, kid. Your hand is pretty nasty." "A win's a win," Naruto said. "Shino was possibly my worst matchup yet. And I'm glad he's just a rookie, or else I would have to put in more effort." "So are you saying that you can beat everyone else easy?" "They are all easy," Naruto said. "That one was just tough into their level." Shikamaru watched medics carry off Shino. How troublesome. He fought 4 of us already and he isn't even tired yet. "What is going on?" Neji said. "I lost to him last time, but how can he reach this far already? And he isn't even using that sword on his back." "Whoa," said Tenten. "Where the hell did all of this come from? No one has even touched him yet. I wonder who could be next." Meanwhile, Rock Lee was burning with the fire of youth. "If it was not for my injuries, I could have tested Naruto and his youthful flames. I will seek him out for a spar once I recover, and if I cannot, I will do 100. No, make it 1000 finger push-ups. And if I can't do that, enough, Lee," said Neji. "We've seen 4 fights and I still cannot pinpoint a viable set for him. If I had to call him anything, I would say he's a mid to close range specialist." "Wow, Neji, I never saw you analyzing his fighting style." "The first time you two fought," said Tenten. "That is why I lost the first time," said Neji. Meanwhile, Sasuke was clenching his fist tight. When is it my turn, he wondered. As he remembered, Itachi wanted something with Naruto. When he came here, he saw raw emotion from Itachi and it was all directed at Naruto. "If I can beat him, I will be ready. And Itachi will finally consider me. I'll show him that I'm stronger. I've gotten stronger." Seconds later, so your style insists of you slowing your enemy down and attacking at their groins, their throat, their soft areas, Naruto said. "Yeah, it's really unpleasant." "Want to see?" said Uncle. "Nope, I'm good." "Who's next?" Naruto said. As Naruto saw Tenten walking out from the tunnel. As Tenten looked him over, "I'm pretty nervous about this, Naruto. You aren't a pushover. But I will give it my best shot," she said. "And that's all you can really do in the end. Don't sell yourself short. Anyone can beat anyone," he said. Uncle raised her hand. "Begin!" Tenten started to toss kunais at Naruto, as Naruto brought out his blade and started to block all of them. Upon seeing him brought out his blade, Tenten pulled a scroll as she summoned a blade and engaged him up close. As Naruto chuckled, "A katana. You just wanted that spar you asked me for, didn't you? Well, I have to see if you're any good at swinging that thing around," she said. As Naruto simply gave her a smirk. Tenten was surprised when she was being pushed back. She slammed her foot in the ground, but she was still being pushed back with so much force. That strength, it might even be stronger than Lee. Tenten lashed out with her leg, but Naruto slapped it away with the side of his blade. "That's your leg, Tenten. Don't be so quick to do things without being patient." As she ran back in, as Naruto started to block all of her strikes with just moving his sword with one hand. Tenten stopped as she stomped on the ground. "Why are you so good at this?" she said. "You just got that thing last month." "I told you, I was just rusty at this." You use a lot of weapons. Have you mastered any?" "I use a lot of weapons, so I'm pretty good at this. Plus I'm faster and stronger than you, so I can do things like..." Naruto vanished out of sight. As he knocked her in the back of the head, "This," he said, as he caught her before she could drop to the ground. "You should have stuck with the long-range stuff. Unless your name is Rock Lee or Neji. That is suicide. They're the only one that can hang with me a bit up close." "Winner, Naruto Uzumaki," said Uncle. "Man, I'm getting sick of saying that." "Well then, convince the other 5 to quit." You took your sweet time with that one, kid. Why not just do that from the start?" "Hey, I get bored too, you know. She had a sword. It clicked, clang. Who's left anyway?" Meanwhile, Asuma was dumbfounded as he watched another genin fall. How can he be so good? He was just blocking her strikes with that one hand of his blade. 5 down, 5 to go. "This is absurd," said Kurnai. "He's running through them all. Not even 5 minutes. Has he fought for 5 minutes one person? Did Jiraiya do this the month when they were missing? What am I missing here, Kakashi thought, as he was wondering what the hell is going on. Meanwhile, Gea's kid, could you look any more excited to be here, said Anko as he looked at Shikamaru. Alright. Naruto Uzumaki versus Shikamaru Nara. Begin, she said. There is no reason to fight you. In the Chunin exams, I had to fight to avoid getting hurt. My team is not at risk. There is no motivation. There is no promotion. This is just troublesome. So quit, said Naruto. Alright then, later. As he turned and walked away. Wow. Just wow, said Anko. Holy crap, I just took a shot in the dark. I never thought that would actually work. I'm awesome. Anko sighed. Winner Naruto Uzumaki, she said. In the stands, Choza looked over at Shikaku. You're a boy and you are crazy, similar. Hey, have you been watching this trap like I have? He wouldn't have won against Naruto and he knew it. And Naruto gave him a chance out, so he just took it. Yeah, we are determined that he can wipe the floor with all of our kids. So why the hell we're still here? Said Inoichi. Speak for yourself, said Choza. He hasn't gone up against Choji yet. This fight isn't over by a long shot. Seconds later, you're just too lazy to fight, said Sasuke. I did fight, said Shikamaru. When the battle started, I trapped him in a shadow position jutsu. And he rolled his neck. I had no control over him. I can't control certain amount of brute force, and light out here is too much. It's around noon, and he didn't even blink. That jutsu is all I had over him. And that failed, so I couldn't win, said Shikamaru. Asuma was hitting his head on the wall. Damn, Shikamaru. I should have known he would do that shit. Why didn't I put him on sooner? Tsunade was laughing. Maybe he should be a genin. At least he knows when he's outmatched. Meanwhile, rock, paper, scissors. You brat, said Anko. It's not my fault you always choose rock, Anko, Naruto said. Good old rock, Anko said. Nothing beats that. Yeah, sure. I mean, it's not like paper can beat rock, Naruto said. So, who's next? Naruto looked over as he sighed. Naruto-kun? Talk later, fight now. Come on, Hinata, bring it on, Naruto said. Hinata was surprised. What is this? As those look in his eyes, they didn't have the warmth and the reason to go on. It was just pure strength. Strength that she couldn't match. Anko noticed the girl fidgeting. This girl's gonna get destroyed once this match starts if she doesn't shape up. Alright, Naruto Uzumaki versus Hyuga Hinata. Begin! As the match began, Naruto flashed in front of her. A side kick that sent her flying down to the ground. As she hit the ground hard, tears already pooling out of her eyes. Naruto-kun, could you really hit me like this? What happened to you? Get up. Her eyes turned onto him. There was no way that could put you down. Get up and fight me, Naruto said. I can accept that from Shikamaru, but not you. I thought you had more than that. I remember watching you fight Neji, and I saw how you fought him. Yes, he was more skilled, but you show that you have fire. You show that you have drive. You show that you have the courage to fight. Now get up, he said. Hinata locked eyes with him as she didn't see the upbeat, the positive, the bright Naruto. This one was serious, professional, with the eyes of someone who knew just what kind of world this truly is. Adding to that scar, he was like a complete different person. She got up, slowly. You're not Naruto-kun. Excuse me, Naruto said. As she rose up, you're not Naruto-kun. Naruto-kun will never speak to people like this. He will never use that technique on Kiba. Who are you, she asked. Oh, I get it. I'm not a complete jackass, so I'm not Naruto. Oh yeah, I have to be stupid and act like a goof. I can now find people's flaws and actually comment on them and speak my mind, so I'm not Naruto. I'm actually more skilled to use more abilities than Shell Clone, so I'm not Naruto. I know why you're so upset about it. Her eyes widened. Does he really? How did he know? You probably saw me in the academy. How I never say die. Always get up. Always. Shrugging off what people say to me. You thought I could keep all of that and just keep on smiling. Well, you're wrong. Only way you can do that is if you're a brain-dead, stupid, dumbass idiot. This is the real me. I'm still strong as I was back then. I just don't take any bullshit. Taking people crap and coming back with a grin doesn't make you strong. It makes you weak. Weak as hell. You saw that I never give up, so you looked up to me. Something that you want to strive for. Like a paragon. No, it's not like that, said Hinata. I, 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 I admire you, she said. You don't admire me, Hinata. You admire the idea of me. Or, the old me, I should say. And don't do that. I'm not your golden ticket. I'm not the answer to your problems. I'm just a guy with a sword and a whole can of whoop-ass. If you want me to teach you how to fight, how to get stronger, and take your problems away from you, I can't do that. Do you know why? Hinata shook her head no. It's because you can't respect someone that kissed your ass. If you can't even defend yourself from me, how can you defend yourself from others when I'm not even there? The person that won't be there to give you a boost. Enough of this. Come, give me your best. If you can, prove me wrong. Show me I'm full of crap. Take an actual step towards changing yourself and fight me, damn it. Despite the hard, pending words that he was giving her, she saw something in his eyes. That look. Huh, nice monologue, kid. You should write a movie script. Stupid fox, I was being serious, Naruto said. Hinata picked up herself fully as she wiped her tears, as she dropped in her stance. He is right. I will show him that I am willing to change for good, not just when the situation calls for it. As she dashed towards him and fired off a lot of strikes, as Naruto was blocking her strikes with his own palm, not letting her close off his points. Eventually, Naruto grew tired of blocking these strikes, as he sent a kick straight towards her hand that snapped it. It broke her hand. As her hand fell down, she brought up her other hand and started striking him the same way. Naruto simply elbowed her in the wrist, breaking her other hand again. So what now? Are you gonna run away? Naruto asked. But she started to lash out at him with kicks. That's better, Naruto said, dodging the kicks. Next time, show that spirit. As he just moved past her, Hinata was surprised when he get behind her. One chop to the back of her neck as he caught her and gently placed her down. You know you're dead when this is all over, right? Kurenai is going to kill you. She loved that little girl like a daughter. Naruto looked up at Kurenai, who was glaring at him. He could have sworn that she was trying to place again jutsu on him by staring at him. Well, except for Tenten, all of these girls in their reality check, if my ass kicking didn't do it for them. All of you suck, Naruto said. I hope the last three can do something. I haven't even taken a good punch yet. I'm guessing I'm not even the old Jenny that got shafted by their sensei here, huh? Getting tired, kid, Uncle asked. Nope, Uncle-san, just getting warmed up. None of that Uncle-san for you, kid. It's Uncle-chan. You're one interesting kid. Whatever you say, Uncle-san, Naruto said, as she glared at him a bit. So who's next? But guys, we end this episode right here.